Greetings, I'm Patrick Quillin, and you and I are getting healthier together. To bleed or not to bleed? That is the question. Of course, I'm borrowing heavily from Shakespeare's Hamlet, and the actual line was to be or not to be. Well, we're going to talk about to bleed or not to bleed, because it's a very important question for our health. The adult body has about 60 trillion cells being fed by 25,000 miles of blood vessels, through which 5 liters or 10 pints of blood are being pumped. And how well those cells are fed with nourishing blood will determine how quickly you age or whether you get sick or not. For instance, experts have found that on various studies, just by donating blood at least once a year, you can lower your risk for a stroke by somewhere between 40 and 70%. If that was a drug, it'd be a blockbuster hit. And what's happening is humans are built to bleed. Our ancestors were constantly exposed to danger, war, combat, tiger chewing on your arm, neighbor whacking you over the head, bleeding all the time, and so we had to make blood cells to replenish that. And then what happens is, in an adult male, if you don't have any way of eliminating that extra blood, it becomes like mud. It doesn't flow well, it's thick. Hypercoagulability is the term. So sometimes your doctor might put you on an anticoagulant. I'm not against drugs, not against your doctor. This whole talk is about how to make you healthier and how to make your body self-regulating and self-repairing. So, let's talk. Your doctor might do a test, a prothrombin time, INR, which basically looks at how long does it take for your blood to clot. The quicker it clots, the quicker you're dead. And so they might give you medication like warfarin for that. But here's another approach. Let's use lifestyle to improve things. Number one, donate blood at least once a year. It's good for you, it's good for the recipient. Number two, let's talk about diet. Things that make your blood coagulate quickly include hydrogenated fats, the worst of all, a high saturated fat diet, high sugar diet. And what happens is you drive the body towards this coagulability, prostaglandins. Won't get too technical here, but just saying when we eat too much sugar and fat, you're living on fast food, what's going to happen is that blood will coagulate. So how can we change things? A diet rich in fruits and vegetables. My book, The Wisdom and Healing Power of Whole Foods, talks a lot about how whole foods are rich in polyphenols, antioxidants, and these help to prevent coagulation of the blood. So what I would recommend is a diet rich in whole foods, more plant food, fruits and vegetables. And then there are nutrients such as fish oil that can make your blood thinner and less likely to coagulate. Hot peppers are extraordinarily useful. There are things like ginger, vitamin E that help with coagulability or reduce it. And of course what happens then is you go into a surgeon who says, oh, we got a bleeder here. Blood should run like red wine, not like ketchup, which is what's happening in most Americans. So my few recommendations here hopefully will help you towards a longer and healthier life. I'm Patrick Quillin, and you and I are getting healthier together.